Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to rumble.com/JJW. I am your morning host, JJW. We gather here every Monday through Friday, 6:30 in the morning, me and Deacon and maybe others to talk about news, culture, pop culture, uh, comic books, weird stuff, whatever. It's the news show. It's a news show. And today's January 3rd, 2023. There's not a tremendous amount of news. There's a little bit of news. I don't know where Deacon is. Deacon might be fixing his water heater. I have no idea. Well, maybe he'll show up and we'll get an update on that. And who knows? Maybe some others will drop in. Let me grab the invite and I'll put it in there. So if they want to jump in, they can. We'll see what's going on. Deacon's online, so he should be here in a minute. But sometimes his radio station catches fire, or I don't know. Yesterday there was a flood. I have no idea what's going on over there. So before we get too far into things, I want to give an update on Jeremy Renner. Jeremy Renner on January 1st was involved in a snowmobile accident, and we covered it yesterday. And this is not sensational news. This is just like, I really feel bad for this dude because he's out with his family, and he's clearing the snow. And there was, a snowmobile accident. No, a snow plow accident. And we knew yesterday that he was like in critical but stable condition. But there was a little bit of an update from his family, and then things get kind of strange, a little bit strange. So I'm going to go through this and we'll talk about it. This is over from Screen Rant, I believe. Renner's representative told Deadline that it had been confirmed that Renner underwent surgery for blunt chest trauma and orthopedic surgeries. Currently, Renner is in intensive care unit in critical condition but stable. Renner's family goes on to thank the doctors and nurses caring for Renner, along with several others who had given the family support. Here's the statement. We can confirm that Jeremy had suffered blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries and undergone surgery today, January 2nd, 2023. He has returned from surgery and remains in the intensive care unit in critical but stable condition. Jeremy's family would like to express their gratitude to the incredible doctors and nurses looking after him. Truckee Meadows Fire and Rescue, Washoe County Sheriff, Reno City Mayor Hillary Sheave, and the Carano and Murdoch families. They're tremendously overwhelmed and appreciative of the outpouring of love and support for him. Then it goes on down here to talk about on January 1st. Well, so he not only had blunt chest and orthopedics injuries, but on the day of the accident, it was reported that, according to witnesses, Renner was plowing snow near his home when his snowcat plow he was operating rolled over and ran over his leg. A neighbor, who's a doctor, treated Renner on the scene until paramedics could arrive. Renner was then transported to a local area hospital via helicopter, where he underwent intensive surgery. The police, a plow ran over his leg, and he was rolling it. So he must have been in it, and then it rolled over, but maybe his leg was out or something like that, and then it crushed it. Oh my God. Police have reportedly treated the area as a crime scene and impounded the snowcat, as the plow should have had safety measures on it to prevent an incident like this from happening. While Renner is still in critical condition, his family's statement seems optimistic, as he is still stable after his surgery. More details are likely to be released as the events develop, including the state of his health and the findings of the police report related to the snowcat. So, the snowcat, I don't even know what a snowcat is, but I'm going to look it up right now. The snowcat should have had safety measures in place to prevent it from rolling over. And here is a picture of a snowcat. Let's see. Oh wow, their bandwidth of the website is exceeded. Okay, we cannot look at the Snowcat website because they've been hammered because of this story. That one's by Bombardier. So we don't know exactly what his Snowcat looked like, but it looks like a tread based device. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to post up the wrong thing, and I can't show the manufacturer's website because Jeremy Renner's uh, accident has totally crushed their website. It looks like CNN had footage here of a vehicle. Maybe this is similar to his. If this is the thing that ran over, this thing is enormous. If they have rolled over, and then here's it. Here, this is what I was seeing on the other page. It's a treaded device, kind of like this. Oh, there's Jeremy Renner actually driving it. So that's Jeremy Renner driving the Snowcat. So this thing rolled over and somehow crushed his leg. So just imagine, I mean, if this stuff had crushed his leg, I mean, it would have just torn him up. So anyway, that's an update on Jeremy Renner. Certainly hope he recovers quickly. This is bad news. And they're treating it as a crime scene, which means could somebody have tampered with his Snowcat? That'd be really strange. But I wouldn't put it past crazy people to do crazy things. It's much more likely, and and I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but it's much more likely that a person would be operating it cavalierly and not being very safe with this giant machine. So I mean, it's possible that Jeremy just was it could have been operator error that caused it to roll over. But the police are currently treating it as a crime scene, so we'll find out. We'll find out what, if anything, happened in the days to come. Okay, let's see. Normally expect Deacon to show up. So we got a couple of Tesla stories. This title of today's show is "Don't Do This in a Tesla." This is a story that Deacon shared a couple days ago. Posted it in our chat. It was from December 28th, I believe. Tesla owners share videos of their cars failing to work in harsh winter snowstorm as Arctic temperatures froze the doors shut. So the Teslas have these like smooth panel handles, right? Like the whole door is flat, and then you push the handle button, and then you can grab it and open the door. Well, this thing is like totally frozen. Let's see if I can do this with no audio. You see, that thing is supposed to pop out, and then you can open your door. And instead, you're just standing outside of your electric car. Now, I mean, there's nothing especially unique about that. I mean, if you've been in icy weather conditions before, you've had your doors frozen. But that is pretty. That sucks a little bit. I don't know. Maybe you can just pour some water over it. Thaw it out. But apparently, this happened to quite a few people during the big old freeze last week. And then there was this. A Tesla on autopilot, and that's the wrong one here. A Tesla on autopilot leads police on a chase before the driver finally wakes up. Now, I thought you weren't supposed to be able to go to sleep in a Tesla on autopilot. You're supposed to keep your hands on the wheel. There's like a safety measure. Keep your hands on the wheel. That way, you don't, I don't know, kill somebody. Well, in Germany, a driver has his license taken away after he appeared to have fallen asleep behind the wheel of his Tesla, which was on autopilot and led police on a car chase. On December 29th at 12 p.m. local time, it's the middle of the day, 12 p.m. local time. That's noon. It's lunchtime. Police spotted a Tesla driving down Autobahn 70, leaving Bamberg, Germany, and heading toward Bayreuth, according to a news release from the Bavarian police. Officers attempted to stop the Tesla, but the vehicle didn't pull over. The car was traveling about 70 miles per hour and did not slow down or speed up during the attempted traffic stop, officials noted. The Tesla kept the same distance from the patrol car in front as they traveled down the Autobahn. So the Tesla automatically was distancing between the car. The police car was trying to stop them, and the Tesla would just slow down, and then it would go again, or the other way around. Officers pulled up next to the Tesla's driver's side window and noticed the driver, only identified as a 45-year-old male, reclined on his seat with his eyes closed and his hands off the steering wheel. This strengthened the suspicion that he had left the controls on autopilot and fallen asleep. The driver eventually woke up after 15 minutes into the pursuit and followed police instructions to pull over. Police believe that the driver was under the influence of drugs. Further investigation reveals that the driver had placed a so-called steering wheel weight in the footwell of the car driver's side. So he had dangled something that was a little heavy off of the steering wheel, so it felt like it was had his hands on it. The device attached to the steering wheel to trick the vehicle safety system by pretending that your hand is on the wheel. The driver is being investigated for criminal endangerment, and his license has been suspended pending a formal hearing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you own a Tesla, do not hang stuff from your steering wheel and go to sleep. That is not smart. Oh, look who it is. Oh, I found him. I found Deacon.
Deacon has been very busy this morning.
Hey, did anything catch fire or?
Yes, actually, we had. I've been talking about a structure fire this morning. A lot of lightning strikes, debris, flooding on the roadways. We had a very severe thunderstorm come through last night about 11 o'clock and caused a lot of damage. And there were a couple of tornadoes that touched down and then come back up and touch down again. Yeah. So I was awake all night long with tornado warnings and stuff going off. So when I got here this morning, I knew I would be busy, and I've been nonstop getting shit. And I've been sitting here. I was going to join just a minute ago, but I had to go on the air with my little break, and I had to read all this crap on the air. And so by the time I got off, I'm like, yeah, JJ's I'm going to show up this morning.
I'm going to be like, look, either something's burning over there or.
Yeah, there was actually a big structure fire that they were working this morning that I just got through reading about. So, yeah. There's there was
your house is okay. Your office is okay. Your family is okay.
Yeah, we still have power. There was lots of places this morning that didn't.
Ouch.
So yeah, I just had to make sure. As the sun's starting to come up, all more information starts piling in. So
yeah. You'll start to see the photos of like wherever the tornadoes.
Yeah, so I've already got my news recorded for the next couple of hours. And when that stuff comes in, I have to update it. I have to refresh it and whatnot. So I'm having to constantly stay. Yeah. I'm having to stay a little busier than normal today. When stuff like this happens, I have to stay busier than normal. I have to stay more attentive. I'll say that. I'll have a little more attentive than I normally am.
So people in different areas kind of deal with different major weather stuff, right? Like I've never been in an earthquake. Never. I've never been in an
We
earthquake.
live on the San Andreas fault line. That was actually one of the stories I read this morning. I read these stories all the time. Not San Andreas, New Madrid. Sorry. We live on the
Oh,
New
okay.
Madrid fault. I know you looked at me weird and I was like, why is
I
he?
was like,
No, I
did they
San Andreas.
relocate Kentucky?
No, no, a New Madrid fault line. My bad. I just read that this morning. It's probably right over here. We had a 2.2 magnitude somewhere in the Missouri Boot Heel. So,
Oh.
and I read about those all the times because I've got a little thing on my phone that tells me about earthquakes. It's an earthquake app that tells me about all the little earthquakes that go on
So
around here.
you've felt them before. You've had
Oh, I have felt little earthquakes before. Yes, yes, absolutely. But a lot of the ones that we get once we get 2 or 3 a month that
Oh,
are
really?
little. You know,
Yeah.
humans feel 2.5 and above normally. This one today
Yeah.
was 2.2. So
So
normally you won't even feel them or see any damage, but I'm kind of
right.
liking I like it that the fault line is giving off a little uh, every once in a while.
Yeah, relieve that pressure.
Yes,
Just
because the last time, do you know the last major earthquake that the New Madrid fault did? You probably don't because you live in Texas. This
never
is
even
taught.
heard, never even
Okay,
yeah, no.
it's taught to us around here because we live on it. There's 2 major fault lines in the United States: the San Andreas Fault and the New Madrid Fault. We live on the New Madrid Fault. It runs along like by kind of like around the Mississippi River. That's kind of
Okay.
so the New Madrid Fault. The last major earthquake that the New Madrid Fault did was like in the early 1800s, like 1812, 1813, something like that. It was about a 9.0. It rang the bells in Boston, Massachusetts.
Wow.
Church bells in Boston, Massachusetts rang because of this earthquake here in Missouri. And it made the Mississippi River run backwards in certain spots. It formed this place down here that we call Reelfoot Lake now, this 1,000-acre lake area that was formed by the earthquake in the 1800s.
Wow.
There's a lot of
Wow.
so the last time the New Madrid Fault, had a
Had
major
a big push. It was like
one of the most
traumatic.
devastating earthquakes that's ever hit the
Yeah.
United States. So we
Yeah.
don't want any of that
Yeah.
crap that California has doesn't compare to this one in the early 1800s. So we're around here when we have these little bitty earthquakes, we're like, oh, okay, good. we,
Small,
we
the
don't
small
think
one.
they're pre-shocks because we have them all the time. But if they do
Well,
start picking up and we have 4s and 5s and with several 4s and 5s, and that's a little nervous. We're like,
so
I felt that one today.
I was uh so I was saying I have never been in an earthquake, but people in different regions have these different kind of like major weather phenomena that they're used to that others are not. I like, for instance, like I'm used to tornadoes. There's tornadoes been my whole life. We lived in Tornado Alley,
Mm-mm.
and I
Tornado
actually have a
Alley
couple.
Tornado
Yeah,
Alley has just, like, in the past 20 years, 15, 20 years, has just made its way into Western Kentucky. It was not
yeah.
like this when I was a kid.
Oh,
It was not
oh.
like this. We did not have
So
all of these tornadoes and winds.
I have a couple of stories about. At least, I have. I guess one's technically a tornado. One would be a tropical storm. So the first story, and my brother knows it if my brother's watching because he was there. When I was like 20, I guess, so about 20 some years ago.
Oh,
My
boy.
brother
What
and
are we
I
talking
were
about?
and my brother and I were taking up tennis, and we were just like, we'll just teach ourselves tennis. And there was a park right down the street, and so we would go out and play tennis just out in the public park. They had a tennis court.
That's cool.
And there was this one day we were out playing tennis, and we heard these sirens, wah, wah, and we were like, "Huh, that's weird. Haven't heard that before in a while," and didn't recognize the sirens, I guess. And then so we just kept playing tennis, and then we looked up, and above us, straight up, the clouds were rotating, and we were like, "Oh, that looks bad." And then we played tennis for a little longer. So we
Oh my
played
god.
tennis in a tornado, and then eventually we went back to the house. So that's one. And then in another one, and it's not quite a tornado because once sometimes they turn into tornadoes, but it may have been a tornado, but it was Hurricane Ike. I think it was either Ike or Katrina that blew into land and then became like a tropical storm over land, maybe, and gale force winds. And when that happened, I lived in East Texas, so it had blown up from Houston up to East Texas towards Nacogdoches, and it had pushed out of water and it became gale force winds and stuff. And this storm knocked down the entire power. And I say didn't knock out a power line. It knocked down a power line, and a transformer exploded across the street from our house. And then the power went out, and it was kind of like stuffy and hot, and there's like a tornado happening. So what do you do? So I just went to sleep. I was like, nah, whatever. I just went to my bed and just went to sleep and slept through a tornado. So I was like, what are you going to do? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to like run around and escape a tornado. I'm just going to I'm
it was
tired
like
and it's dark.
Last night, I got the phone call and everything's going off, and I can hear the tornado siren from my house. So I heard it go off, and I knew that we were having some bad weather. So as soon as that happened, I pulled up my phone, and we have Paramount Plus. Ashley goes to Facebook and watches our local NBC affiliate on Facebook. I'll go to Paramount Plus, and they're CBS, so I watched the local CBS affiliate off of that. So I was watching that, and they broke in, and they were doing the local weather and stuff like that. And I saw it was like 11 something, and I saw the path that they were projecting of the tornado, and it was like 10 miles south of me, not even 10, 5 miles south of me,
right?
6 miles south of me, and I'm like, oh, screw this, I'm going back to bed. I went to bed. I was like,
it's not close enough to worry about.
For a second, I thought, do I need to get to the basement? Do we need to get the kids to the basement and the dogs? And I was like, no. We went through one of the worst tornadoes to ever hit the state, and it passed like less than a mile from our house, and we didn't get into the tornado shelter that we had at the time. I was like,
yeah,
good. I'm gonna pull the cover up over my head a little bit, and I went back to sleep. I've been sleeping in the spare room because we have kittens. So I've been sleeping with the mama.
Why do you have kittens? Where did the kittens come from? What happened here?
A stork brought them. Do you not know how kittens are made?
I know.
With some butter and sugar.
Are these stray kittens, or do you not spay and neuter your pets?
Oh, no. They were planned kittens.
Oh, planned kittens. Okay, okay. No surprise kittens.
Then. No surprise kittens.
All right. Do they mule all night long? It's kind of a
no, they're in the little bitty playful stage now, where they just kind of, bebop around. They like to crawl up they like to try to crawl up the bed. I've just got a mattress and the box springs on the floor. It doesn't have a frame. The frame is actually not been built yet. It's still sitting in the box that I still have. Every time I think about that stupid bunk bed frame, I'm like,
it's no, I'm not work for you to do. Oh, bunk beds. No.
Yeah, that's why.
Don't you have a son? That's his job.
So yeah.
All right.
Does your daughters need 2 cats?
We have a dog. We have a dog.
We're good with dogs.
We're good.
We're good with dogs.
I don't like cats.
Brother and sister cats. They're cute.
I think I'm allergic to cats.
No, you're not.
I think I'm allergic.
No, you're thinking wrong.
I might be. All right. So, Deacon, have you ever lost your keys?
Absolutely. I lost them this morning.
Lose your keys sometimes? Well, some people lose keys, and some people lose. That's the wrong thing. Oh man. Some people lose keys, and some people lose the marble head of Hercules. This was lost. I know, and it didn't work. And then I showed the wrong page. So a missing marble head of Hercules was recovered from a 2,000-year-old Antikythera shipwreck in Greece. So 2,000 years ago, a statue of Hercules was being shipped on a boat, I guess. And then at some point, the head fell off, or the entire ship sank, and the thing broke up. And back in the, I think, early 1900s, in actually the spring of 1900, a crew of sponge divers were on their way to Tunisia, and they were caught up in a storm. And it looks like they found most of the statue of Hercules, but it was all in bits and bobs and broken and stuff. Over the course of the mid 1900s, researchers and like academics and people that don't farm and they don't, we'll call them academics, put this statue of Hercules back together, and they had all of the pieces of this puzzle except for the head. They lost the head. Well, the head of Hercules has been found. I know you're worried. Where did it go? I had a picture of it just right here. There it is. The head of Hercules is back.
That looks showing. Yeah.
It's like covered in barnacles. So I imagine they're going to put this thing back together, and it's going to be like all of the Hercules statue, and then like this wretched looking mess stuck on top.
They probably got a power washer. How do you swim around and look at that and go, well, that's the or that's something different?
Yeah.
That looks like.
I mean, this part right here kind of looks like an eye, but other than that, I'd be like, oh, look at that rock. So
that's cool that we found something like this. It's marble, isn't it? I'm assuming that it's marble.
That's what it says right here, marble. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, once you clean all that stuff off of it, it should look good as new, man.
Right. I mean, unless it bounced off stuff on the water. But even if it bounced off stuff underwater, it wouldn't have been going super fast. It would have just been like bonk. So it's probably all there, right? So that's just messy. Did this story show us the cleaned up version? No, they don't. Well, but this only happened yesterday. So they found the head of Hercules yesterday.
Oh, well, that's why they hadn't got it cleaned up yet.
Yeah.
It'll take some time.
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a cool story. All right. I like that.
That's I guess the 13th feat of Hercules is he found his lost head.
Badoom ching.
No. Nobody's going to get offended by some terrible Hercules joke.
I am. I didn't get to read any or do any kind of research or do any kind of anything yesterday, but clean up and fix.
Yeah. Well, you had like cataclysm at your office, and you still had to do radio stuff, right?
Yeah, always.
So I was sort of preparing
radio stuff here in a second.
Okay. I was sort of preparing for something else for us to talk about today. And I have a list ready, but I haven't gone through it. I just have a list of movies that are coming out in 2023.
Oh, yeah.
And and there might be some that'll be like, oh, okay.
All right.
So I have, let's see, I have this list. I have a list of movies that I've picked out, which are probably like the ones that I think would be actually worth watching. And there's at least one on here that you'll be like, oh, I didn't know that was happening. So let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay. That sounds cool. I've got to talk in 10 seconds. Here, let me do my thing here.
Okay. Well, let's see if chat has anything to say. Mr. E's already excited about Ant-Man 3. Ant-Man 3 and Quantum Mania. We're going to see Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne return and get shrunk down and then fight Kang. And then, do you know how many of these movies there's supposed to be with Kang? There's supposed to be like Ant-Man 3, and then they're going to do like Avengers, like Kang Dynasty. Like the Kang is going to be in like 2 or 3 or 4 of these, MCU premier, top end movies. You're expecting Mr. E is expecting a Micronauts cameo, maybe. I could not tell you the name of the Micronauts. I definitely read an issue or two way back in the 80s, but I could not tell you one Micronauts character. Deacon is coming back. Let's see. Let me get rid of my Jeremy Renner news. Let me get rid of my Autobahn Tesla news. And let me get my movies list back. And then we'll go into this together with Deacon. Jeremy's got Marvel heartburn. So over anything produced by Marvel. It is very difficult to get hyped up about anything Marvel right now. I'll give you that. So, I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to Guardians, but I don't like the new ship, which is I think it's Belafonte. But it turns out that that ship. Do you remember we watched the?
Okay, I'm here.
Mystery's talking about Jeremy Renner. Remember that ship, the Guardians 3 ship, Jeremy, it showed up in the Christmas special and it looked like bigger and it had like 4 back ends instead of 2. Well, James Gunn,
when I watched that Christmas special and you said that about the ship, didn't it look like it just kind of like TIE fightered?
Yeah, like it used to be like the cockpit, and then it kind of spread out into like 2 back end engines. Well, now it's got like 4 back end engines, and somebody complained about it on Twitter or something. Maybe didn't complain, but he mentioned it. And James Gunn said, "Yeah, it looks like a different ship." But James Gunn said that
a different ship. I didn't think it was the same one.
No, it's a different color too.
What did James Gunn say?
He said that Rocket keeps upgrading the ship or keeps upgrading ships. So he's either trading up to get a better, like a newer version, or he's just using. Remember in the second one, there was like spray and he was just like spray fixing stuff and it was like 3D printing more ship.
That's complete. That's complete. That's not even far fetched comic book wise. That's
right.
Yeah. Rocket's upgrading the ship all the time. Okay.
That's fine.
Exactly.
But like, don't
make
it. Yeah, but like, just don't make it look worse. Make it look like
it looks awesome.
Or better.
When it pulled in and landed, that was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks great. What do you?
All right, here we go. Here are some of the movies coming out in 2023. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I think this comes out in March or something like that. You know what? I want to see. I'm sorry. I'm going to pull this down. I had a calendar run of this. Give me a second. Let's see.
What are you doing?
Release calendar. Here it is. This is what I wanted to show. I had picked out of the movies that are coming out. I had picked out the ones that I was interested in seeing, but this is the release calendar, so we can get the dates of movies as they come out. There's something called Megan that says sci-fi horror. Don't know what that is.
I've seen what?
Megan with a 3.
It's like a.
You seen the trailer for that?
Yeah, it's like a mixture between Chucky and what was that movie? She's basically like an AI doll that goes crazy and protect her owner.
Yeah.
So
that can go to Netflix, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. So January so far, I'm not seeing.
I can't read
much.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it's pretty small.
It is.
Ooh,
is that better? House Party?
Yeah, there's a House Party. Party movie coming out.
The House Party with Kid and Play back in the day, back in the early 90s. That's one of the best movies that's ever been made in the history of movies. I just watched the trailer for that again on Prime not too long ago. It come up and I saw it. I was like, oh my God, House Party. I haven't seen that movie in years. I bet I've seen that movie 1,000 times. The Kid and Play version of House Party. I love that movie.
Maybe we'll watch a trailer for it tomorrow.
All right. That's cool. Yeah.
If it's good, based on your recommendation, I'm going to put it on the list.
Honor of the other House Party, if they're like, absolutely, I will support that. I love that.
But it could be like a reboot or
I don't care. I mean, if it's got Kid or Play in it, or even Martin Lawrence was
okay.
Martin Lawrence was in the
first one. If they get Kid or Play to return,
or what was the group that played their the bad guys in the movie? It was I can't remember the name of the group. They were a musical group too. They played the bad guys in the movie. They were the bodybuilder guys. I can't rember the name, man. I'm not going to look it up. I need to remember it. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead. I'll remember it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'll remember.
So we got a bunch of stuff I don't really see. I don't know. I don't see any names here that I necessarily jump out at me as something I see. This is only January. So, and January is usually like a slow month. So not much. Maybe there's something here. So February, Knock at the Cabin, horror, mystery, thriller, Dave Bautista. Did you watch Glass Onion? Have you seen Glass Onion?
I've got it in my to watch list on Netflix.
You should watch it. Did you watch the first Knives Out movie?
Is that what it is? I don't even know what this thing is. I've just had people say I need to watch this.
Yeah.
Hang on. So, hang on. Of course, my list is not on the top. Okay. Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Is that what I'm supposed to watch?
Yeah. Glass Onion. So
Craig, Edward Norton.
It's the second Daniel Craig mystery movie by Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson, the man that ruined Star Wars.
Do I have to watch another movie before I watch this one?
No, it's not. It's not. The only thing that happens is that the same character is in both movies. Otherwise, it's totally separate. Now, the first movie was really, really, really good, and this movie called? It's called Knives Out. Knives Out. It had Chris Evans in it.
Why can't we do part 1, part 2,
Yeah.
Why that?
You got to, so that you know that you're like, what chapter am I on in this book?
Because some dumbass in the fucking 90s decided it was going to be a good idea to not do that. I'm going to make my trilogy this way. And
the good thing about this Glass Onion movie is that the movie is episodic. So like the whole movie, the first movie, you can watch it by itself. The Glass Onion movie, you can watch it entirely by itself. There's not even a reference. The only thing is that there's one character that's in both movies. And Angela Lansbury had a cameo before she died. Okay. Anyway, you should check out. But Dave Bautista is in Glass Onion, and he's good. And he's in this. So otherwise, I would be like, I don't know if I care about this. But I would watch a horror mystery thriller with Dave Bautista and Rupert Grint. I believe that is one of the Harry Potter kids.
It's Ron Weasley.
Ron Weasley. So we maybe have to check that trailer out if they have one out yet. But that's coming in February. Then there's a bunch of fluff.
Whoa, you're definitely going fast. Pick up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Facing the Laughter. Ooh, I would watch that. It's got Paul Rubens.
Minnie Pearl.
Absolutely. She was an unbelievable comedian.
Oh, okay. So it's like a biopic?
It's a
documentary. Oh, my God. Paul Rubens is in that.
That's what I just said. Are you listening to a word I'm saying? You're repeating everything I'm saying.
Sorry. Okay, we'll put that on the list.
No, you don't have to put it on the list. That's just something that I personally would watch. A documentary on Minnie Pearl. You don't have to watch. I know. I don't want to watch the trailer to that.
All right.
I just saw that and I was
Magic. I'm skipping past Magic Mike's Last Dance. I don't want to see it.
No, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I would probably see that if it came to something streaming.
Yeah, so like definitely it's not one you would go to theater to see.
No, absolutely.
And this is the much storied horror take on Winnie the Pooh. So Winnie the Pooh went public domain, and so they took it and they're like, let's make a murder movie out of it. Okay, finally, February 17th, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania, the next big ballyhoo from Marvel. You excited about? Are you gonna watch this in the theater?
No, absolutely not. I like
because in 3 months it'll be on Disney Plus.
Not even 3 months. It's not 3 months anymore. It's like 3 weeks. Who are you people? I like that name of that movie, but they've got terrible casting choices because Alyssa Milano is a crazy ass dumb.
Yeah, she's nuts.
Yeardley Smith, I will say, okay, Yeardley Smith, the voice of Lisa Simpson. She's a voice actor, but she's not a very diverse voice actor. She's a very distinct voice. So I can usually tell in cartoons, oh, that's Yeardley Smith. That's Lisa Simpson, Yeardley Smith.
Remind me when we get to the end, because I did see a piece of Simpsons related news.
Okay.
But I don't want to. I don't want to interject it in the middle of this. It deserves its own minute. Definitely
Cocaine
never
Bear.
gonna watch.
I would go
Yes,
to the,
yes. Look, it's already on my list. It's on
I
my
would
list.
think about going to the theaters to see Cocaine Bear. Honestly,
Dude.
I'm being honest.
Ray Liotta,
Kerry Russell.
Kerry Russell, yes, and I mean, the whole movie is in the title. It's a bear on cocaine, and it
Cocaine
goes
Bear.
nuts.
You don't need to name it.
And it looks like a comedy. It says thriller, but it looked kind of like a black comedy a little bit. Well, maybe we'll see a trailer for that. I'm not doing trailers today, but maybe no. I don't know if we've seen a trailer for that one yet.
Yeah, we did. We watched a little trailer on that.
Oh, did we? Yeah. Then it was a comedy. It kind of looked funny anyway. I don't know what this is. Kelsey Grammer, Jesus Revolution, drama,
animation,
pass,
comedy.
I'm out.
Mummies, Quackers, animation, comedy. Okay, those are little.
Ted Raimi, whatever this is, Ted Raimi's in it.
Yeah, those are little cartoons. Okay.
Yeah, right.
In March, Creed 3. Sound of Silence.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I've seen Creed 2. I know I watched Creed and it was good. I don't know. Hey, Jonathan Majors is in Creed 3. So Kang is in Creed 3. Is Jonathan Majors going to fight?
Do you think
Killmonger? Is Kang going to fight Killmonger?
Goes over and gets Apollo Creed's son and brings him to the Marvel Universe? That could be the new Contest of Champions character.
Get it.
Oh, you dropped your toy? All right. Let's see. Haviland Edge. I don't know what that is. Scream 6. Do you remember watching Scream in the night? Where'd my kid go? Do you remember watching Scream in the 1990s?
Oh my God, yes. I remember watching that shit in the movie theaters. It's still got Courtney Cox in it.
Yeah, Courtney Cox is in it, and Jenna Ortega is Wednesday from Wednesday TV show, and she's getting a lot of good press right now because everybody likes Wednesday.
It's our 15 minutes. That's how the shit goes. You know how it goes.
Ride the lightning, kid.
Nobody will know her name, and she won't.
I know.
In 3 or 4 or 5 years, but she's good. I like her, but she's a one-trick pony. Unless she can prove that she can be anything other than goth and mysterious.
Yeah.
She does a good job doing that.
Something called Bunker. Don't know what that is. It's a horror thriller, and I don't know
I'd
any
like
of
to
these names.
I will watch a trailer on that. That Inside
Bunker?
and Bunker. Yeah, I would probably watch trailers on Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
He's
yes. Okay.
Alive.
I'll watch it. We'll watch a trailer for that.
Yeah. Okay. 65.
Oh, dude, 65. We watched the trailer for that. That is 65 million years ago. That's astronauts versus dinosaurs.
Right.
I am so in for this. I might try to trick my wife into watching this in the theater.
And Adam Driver. Okay.
That's March 17th. And then the same week, okay, so this is going to be terrible. The same week, the same day of release, it's going to open against Shazam Fury of the Gods. Now, is Shazam the Fury of the Gods going to be a blockbuster hit and success?
I don't care about that crap anymore. But
they
don't. Do they make their wad off of the theaters anymore?
If it doesn't have a strong opening, then it dies quick. That's what happens now. It doesn't stay.
But more people are like us and don't go to the movie theaters and watch this crap at home on streaming services. So, I mean, the movie's going to get watched by people. I'm just not going to the movie theaters to watch 65 or Shazam Fury of the Gods. So, are you measuring? How are you measuring it to me? Are you, or do I even matter? Are you measuring it which one I watch first? Or how many times I watch it?
I don't think you have HBO, but I have access to HBO, and I expect Shazam to be on HBO Max 60 days after it launches.
But
After
we
it
have
comes out here.
access to Amazon Prime, and you
Yeah.
have access
Right.
to these movies almost a week after they shown in the. I think the movie
Yeah.
theaters get them a week, and then you get them to where you can buy them. If you want to pay $20 to watch this movie, you can sit there in your house and
Yeah, it's
watch
true.
the movie for $20. I'm not
We've
paying
done that
$20
sometimes.
to sit. I know we've bought a couple of movies, but I'm not paying $20 for a brand new movie. I know hackers.
Lily, hang on a second. Lily Louise, get away from Mama. She's on the treadmill. Oh, I'm still on the mic.
That's all right.
Lily, leave Mom alone. Okay, so 65. I'm looking forward to Shazam. I'll watch it. Now this I'm into. You haven't seen any of the John Wick movies yet.
Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Oh, you saw the first one. I
Yeah.
thought you hadn't. Did you watch it since we talked about it, or have you? Did you watch it whiles back?
It's been a little while.
I thought maybe you hadn't seen him. Okay, so I'm so in for John Wick. I like the John Wick movies. There's fire happening over there. I'm staying out of it.
Molly Shin, Morgan Freeman, no thank you. Woody Harrelson, maybe. Cheech, Marin, Ernie Hudson. Okay, that's interesting. Anne Heche. Mo brings plenty. That's your name. Wonder, did your mother give you that name? Was she on crack? Okay, no. Wildfire, the Legend of the Cherokee Ghost Horse. I don't know that.
I'm not into horse movies.
I'm not
definitely not into
family Hallmarky movie. That's one that I'll have to watch. Okay, go down to March 25th.
All right. This. I wonder if this is the last movie by Anne Heche. Remember,
Yeah, it might have been.
She crashed, and yeah. Mike Myers, the Bogman.
Okay.
When's the last? Is that Mike Myers from SNL?
I don't know. I'm gonna have
to see a trailer on that. See what's going on here, because horror and Mike Myers from SNL would be something. I don't know. Now I know we're both just really looking forward to seeing Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. It just looks
not really. Not
fun.
even. I don't think it is Mike Myers from SNL.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's nothing to me.
Mike Myers is known for The Bogman and Rednecks for Hire. Yeah, that's not him.
Nope, not him. Okay. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. I think it looks fun.
The more that it's the more that I watch and see on this, the more that it's just like, and the more that comes out, the more that I realize that this is nothing but a money grabbing. They're not doing this for the fans. They're not doing this for the product. They're doing it to grab money, because Stranger Things made Dungeons and Dragons a little more popular with the Vecna and all this shit. So they're trying to milk the cow for as much as they can right now, which I don't blame them. But as someone that loves the brand and has loved the brand my entire life, I don't want to see my brand get prostituted out. I don't care that a lot of people like it, and I really actually like the fact that a lot of people like it now more than they did when I was 13 years old, because there's a lot more variety, and I'm not having to defend myself against us, parents that it's a satanic game like I had to do back in the day. But still, this kind of stuff and what they're doing, the D&D head Hasbro guy came out and said, we're not monetizing enough of this shit. We can, he basically came out and said, we need to milk this D&D shit for as much as we can. And I think that's what they're doing. And this movie, like you said, it does look fun. Chris Pine, good actor. Michelle Rodriguez, good actor. Great. I love her. She's been in everything.
Oh, yeah. Resident Evil.
Yeah, I will watch this movie, but I'm not happy. The more I'm looking at like something that I love being prostituted out.
Right. Well, I mean, it could be that people watch this and it's like a one-off, but it gives D&D more of a boost.
And that's fine, but D&D really, I don't want D&D to have any more of a boost because right now they're boosting it so freaking hard and so much that it's warping the game to the point that
Yeah.
and it's really not a big deal because you don't have to do what they say. I mean, we're changing this. Well, that's good. I'm not going to use that rule. I'm going to use the rule that I've been using for 40 years.
You get to make your own. You get to decide what's canon and what's
Homebrew.
not.
It's called homebrew rules.
Yeah.
And I have my homebrew rules.
Now, I am not watching this in the theater, but I'll watch it whenever it lands on whatever streaming thing. I'm down. But I think it looks fun. Walking Miracle. Oh, by the way, Assassin, Bruce Willis, nobody else. That Dominic Purcell. I'm saying that this is a rent payment for Bruce Willis. This is going to be probably not a very good movie. I've seen a bunch of these that are on Netflix or whatever. That's like Bruce is in this, and then it's like, oh, he had to pay mortgage. Or he had to make
There's only one movie that I'm going to go. Right there, it is. Me and Deacon are going to see Super Mario Brothers April 7th.
This one. This is okay. The Chris Pratt. That's yours. Okay. I heard a ding. It was Mr. E posting a picture somewhere. Okay, so Super Mario Brothers, the movie with Chris Pratt and Jack Black, and okay, looks like a fun movie. Chevalier. We only got a few minutes. I have to end on the time today, guys. Yeah, right. Pope's Exorcist with Russell Crowe. Beautiful Disaster. No thanks. Susan, whatever. Japanese cartoon. I'll pass. Renfield. Nicolas Cage. Renfield.
Okay,
comedy,
sorry.
fantasy,
I had to
horror.
go and talk. You passed
Yeah.
Mario.
No, but it's trash. Well, in Mario, yeah, but there's this not good stuff here.
Oh, okay.
Look at this. Renfield. Comedy, fantasy, horror. Nicolas Cage.
It's got to be from Dracula.
Yes, right.
Is that what it is? The
Renfield. It must be. I am curious enough to.
I don't know if it's spelled the same. It may be spelled the same, but yeah.
Nicholas Hoult played the Beast in the X-Men movies, the First Class and the sequels.
Oh, okay.
And Aquafina, I've seen her before, but I can't picture her face right now.
Aquafina, that's how that's said?
Yeah, Aquafina.
What the hell? So
I bet Nicholas Hoult plays maybe Dracula, and then Nicolas Cage plays this old aging like Renfield. Okay, this could be funny.
Okay, that could
we'll have to check that out.
Evil Dead Rise for real?
Yeah.
There's no Evil Dead movie?
Okay. Yeah, but I don't see Bruce Campbell's name in the title. So is this a sequel to the reboot? Don't know. The Covenant, crime thriller, Jake Gyllenhaal, maybe. I don't know. Wizards.
Comedy, Orlando Bloom, Pete Davidson.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. Don't care. Heart of a Lion. Polite Society. This looks like a Indian movie, like India. The Channel at least has a picture. But I don't know any of these names. There we go. May 5th. Cinco de Mayo. Guardians of the Galaxy. Looking forward to that. And it opens against Dusk to Night Films' Zombie Traveler. This poster looks like it was made on Microsoft Paint. Can you see this?
No, not very good.
This movie is doomed to failure. If it opens against Guardians, it cannot do anything good at all. Book Club, Love Again. I'm just not into romances and stuff.
You're not looking forward to the book club, the next chapter? I've been looking forward to this one. Don Johnson, Jane Fonda, Mary Steenburgen. Are you kidding me? I've been really looking forward to that.
I hope you enjoy it.
I'm just kidding.
May 19th, Fast X or Fast 10. So this is the next Fast and Furious movie, right?
I will give you 15 cool points if you can guess correctly how many Fast and Furious movies I've seen. I haven't seen all of them. I'll tell you that. That's your only clue, is that I haven't seen all of them. So how many Fast and Furious movies do you think? And you can feel free to answer, kids, in the chat. How many Fast and Furious movies you think
I'm going to say 2.
Your boy Deke has seen?
I think you've seen the first one and you saw Tokyo Drift and then you dipped out.
Okay. All right.
Is that all not?
Right. You think 2?
I think 2.
Jordan says 6. I didn't know there was 6 of them.
Dude, there's like
E. Jeremy says 2. Tokyo Drift killed it. The winner today goes to my man, Mr.
You've seen 0?
I haven't seen a damn one of those movies.
They've been going out for 2 decades.
Doesn't matter.
So the thing I notice here is that Vin Diesel's name is not in the credits. They have Helen Mirren, Charlize Theron, Michelle Rodriguez. I wonder if this is like an all girls Fast and Furious.
Probably.
Good luck with that, guys. It doesn't say and Furious, but then
you gotta, man, after 72 movies, you gotta have to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. It's you notice it's not checked. Little Mermaid. We got 2 more minutes. I don't even know if we'll get through the whole year here. About my father. Okay, so in June we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That's the sequel to the cartoon from a couple years ago. It's probably going to be fun.
June 9th.
Yeah.
Grimlock.
Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Peter Dinklage.
Boy, I don't give a shit about Ron Perlman and his nasty ass.
Right.
I want to see Grimlock.
That'll be fun. Pete Davidson has been in like 6 movies so far on this list. That dude is not very funny, but he seems to be cashing in.
But whatever, yeah.
All right. And then June 16th, The Flash. The Flash. You think it's going to come out? I wonder if it's still going to come out. I don't know. We've had news that Ben Affleck is like going to the MCU. He's going to play perhaps the CEO of Roxxon, the guy that turns into a Minotaur. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. We are going to have to button it up, and maybe we'll check out the next half of the year. There are a couple. I didn't even get to the one that it was like a real surprise, because when I saw it, I was like, no way. But you'll have to watch tomorrow's show for that.
The name of that one, I'm going to go watch that movie just because the name of it sounds awesome. The Magnificent Raiders of Dimension War 1. Hell yes.
Dude, we should totally watch the. Oh, dude, look. Awesome. Tom Sizemore. I believe that is the sniper. And in some of the sniper movies, the entire effect was just like hide the finger from the camera.
That is.
There was a couple of the movies where you could even see him folding his finger back and hiding it because it got shot off in like the first or whatever. It got cut off in the first movie. Tom Sizemore, man. Yeah, the sniper. And then, but look at third casting. Gigi Edgley. That's Tiana from Farscape.
Tom Berenger is the sniper.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, seriously, I don't think
my bad.
All right, I know you got to go.
Yeah, gotta go. Come back tomorrow. We'll do some more movie calendar 2023. Adios, everybody. Hey, post a comment. What's your favorite movie so far that you want to see in the or just come over to Discord and talk to us. The hell with the algorithm. I don't give a shit. I lost the outro. I'm looking for it.